there's not been a huge amount of trade-ins the past week or two, but what I have got is really cool. Now, we've got some Transformers, we've got some anime heroes and villains, and a load of Japanese imports. And you know what? They seem to have a bit of a running theme. Quite unintentional, but it's there. Now, I know last week I actually blobbed, didn't I? I gave you a review video, an unboxing and review, instead of the regular What's New at Cosmic Toys type video. Well, that's because last week there was so little in. I'd received, obviously there's the normal delivery, I'd received one small shipment from the stuff that I've been importing from Japan, and that was literally it. So rather than try and expand that and make it something that it wasn't, I decided to save it all up for this week. And we're going to start with some of that Japanese stuff. Now, I've got a lot still on the way, and hopefully it'll turn up before this video's finished, and I'll be able to add it in there. But for now, I'll just show you what's already here. And we're going to start with some anime stuff. My Hero Academia, Jujutsu Kaisen, Dragon Ball Z, and Demon Slayer. So let's have a little look at those. And My Hero does make up the bulk of this shipment, so far at least. And yeah, for some reason there seems to be quite a lot of this guy. I don't know. I know my daughters are crazy on him, but I didn't realise that I was picking so many of him as well. Maybe they'll get one for Christmas if these don't sell too well. So, starting with him then, we've got this one by... They're all by Bandai. This one's a Master Lees or Master Lies. I don't know if you realise, but these kind of toys, these kind of figures, they're like little statues, they come as prizes in Japan from what they call their UFO grabbing machines, you know, the claw machines, those type of things. But these are all prizes that they're getting over there. You know, we get those silly crappy teddy bears, don't we, that we could just buy anywhere. These are some pretty decent prizes, I kind of think. Anyway, so there's this one. This is a C. The variations is that he doesn't have his mask. He's pulling a bit of a sullen face, and he doesn't have the ziggy zaggy bits that stick out of his head like he's got there. And they do them in all different poses as well. There's this one where he's got his... In fact, both of these have got his grenade type things on his arms, which is where he sends his blasts from. This one is just where he's crouching down, and he doesn't have his full uniform on. He doesn't have those grenades on his arms. Name, try and remember now. My daughters will kill me if I don't get it right. That's it. Katsuki Bakugo, and his nickname, I believe, is Katchan. There we are. I'm no expert on these things, not at all. We've got Izuku Midoriya as well. That one, this is his later form apparently, where he's a vigilante. And this, again, they do it in all sorts of poses with the hood up and whatever else. A being the first one where he's like this. No decent pictures of him really on that box, is there? Also known as Deku. This one is Shoto Todoraki, I believe. Not sure what his nickname is, but he's got the powers of fire and ice. You know, you can't beat it, can you? Two of the elements. Excellent stuff. Dragon Ball Z, we've got a Golden Freezer. Apparently he should be fighting him, but you have to get them separately. It comes on that base there. Sort of like hot lava, rocky type base. And then those are all, like I say, Bandai, Banpresto. But these last two are by Sega. As if Sega have started making physical things now rather than just games. Demon Slayer Kimetsu no Yaiba, we've got this Tanjiro Kamada. Quite frequently you'll find that they're supposed to be in pairs. This one, he pairs up with his sister, Nezuko. You can stand them side by side. And then last but not least from Jujutsu Kaisen, we've got Sukuna, I believe his name is. He's the guy that possesses the main guy's body in the series. This one is just a standalone thing, it doesn't pair up with any others. But all of them still sealed in the boxes. And now I've got to find somewhere in the cabinets or on the shelves to put them. And then we can move on to some of the other things. Pretty cool, eh? Well, now the counter is full of Ultraman. And yeah, to start off with, we've got this box set. A little bit different to the box sets that I had in the last episode, which had them all sort of like in a longer, narrower box where they're all stood side by side. This one's got two stood in front of the other three. Apparently this one was a Toys R Us exclusive back in 2017, 2018. Obviously Toys R Us in Japan. But yeah, that's why they're all sort of like metallic paint jobs and translucent plastics, because they're exclusive variants. There you go. And then there's all this lot. Now, yeah, I've no idea who these all are. I'll pick them up and show you them all in detail, but I can't tell you much about them because I just don't know. I'm not educated on this. Where's Connor when you need him, eh? So we'll go through the monsters first, because I've not really had many of the monsters in before, have we? But we've got this, well, he's got like a rhino hide and blue tinged bones sticking out of his head. Yeah, alright, cool. All come in with the tags, and they're not exactly super expensive either, are they? We've got Chicken Guy, which I know amongst those bootlegs that Connor helped me name before, there was a Chicken Guy, wasn't there? Same mould as this, I believe. Stand you back up. There's this blue dinosaur looking guy with a very happy looking face. Looks like he's made out of rock, doesn't it? It's The Thing. It's like a version of Marvel's The Thing, isn't it? Whoever that is. Again, I'm fairly sure there was a bright blue version of this, or very similar, in those bootlegs that I had before. I say had as though I've sold them. I've still got most of them. This guy, he's got a bit of a rhino horn sticking out the top of his head, hasn't he? And then he's got Space Godzilla bits sticking out of his back as well. This guy seems to have some cybernetics as well, unless it's just armour. No idea. Oh, that one's dead. Stand up. So this one, again, there's so many of them seem to have spikes sticking out of the head, don't they? Big thorns. Another one there. He's got an eye in his mouth. He gets to watch you while he eats, I suppose. Cool. Some kind of scorpion on his back. Now this one I think is a fairly important one. Is it Gomez? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think it's Gomez. Not sure. Number 138. How many are there in this range? Eh? And then we've got this guy who's... yeah, he's got like beetle wings. Has he? A bit like a beetle shell wing to me, I don't know. So I'm just making this up as I go along. But then again, judging by these designs, so were the Tokusatsu creators, the Kaiju creators. Another one that looks like it's made out of rocks. Yeah, very cool. And then we've actually got some Ultraman themselves. This is another bad guy, isn't it? Is that Zeton? I think it's Zeton. Oh, look, he's number 1. He's the main one. I think he might be another bad guy as well. It looks too nasty, doesn't it, to be a goodie. And that's an exclusive version of Ultraman from whatever show. Let's see if I can make it out. Not just Ultra Hero series, which is the name of the line, but yeah, translucent with metallic paint. It's an exclusive. As is that one there, the bright yellow one. Translucent plastic, metallic paint, and flecks of glitter in it. You can also tell with the labels, you know, they've got this kind of label as opposed to a full colour label. Let's have a look at that one. See a full colour label there, that means that's an exclusive and this one's not. So yeah, plenty of Ultraman goodies there. Move this aside because there's not only Ultraman. No. I've also got a few Masked Rider. This one, Zero, is it? Masked Rider Zero? 01, there we are, and it's Rising Hopper. Kamen Rider, obviously it's Kamen Rider in Japan. I say that, but one of these does actually say Masked Rider on it. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. No, not that one. But it looks like some kind of Nazi, that one, doesn't it? And then this guy. Again, you can tell that this one is a exclusive to somewhere. Translucent plastic, metallic paint, and a black and white tag. It's not a full colour tag. Was it this one that said Masked Rider on it? I swear one of them did. Yeah, that one. Just about make it out there. Masked Rider in English. Yeah, there we are. And the Masked Rider bits are actually quite a nice segue into the next batch, which are a few SH Figuarts. And there we are. Now, there's only 3 at the moment. There are others on the way. All these are sealed as well. We've got Kamen Rider Ghost or Damashi. I don't know. It's very cool, does that? That reminds me a little bit of the Beetleborgs, does that one? What do you reckon? Looks like a Beetleborg with a hoodie on. In fact, they look very Beetleborgs there, don't they? Yeah. Okay. And then this one. Now, as it says on the box, Amazon Limited PKG, that's Amazon Limited Edition packaging. So over there, they actually do exclusives just for Amazon as well, which I do wonder if it's a cost-saving measure because ones in the shop have the windows, so plastic, whereas Amazon, they don't need to put it on a shelf, do they? So they just come in cardboard boxes like this. So that could be something to do with it. I don't know. But yeah, look, again, a Masked Rider. This is the Shin Masked Rider version. It doesn't show you much of it though, does it? Now, these are already listed on the website, actually, these two. And I did actually manage to get some images of that, and it does look quite good. It does look quite nice. Now, this isn't Masked Rider nor Kamen Rider or anything like that. No, this is Super Sentai E, and I couldn't tell you which version it is. But Super Sentai being the Japanese version, or the origins, you could say, of Power Rangers. Looking at that costume, which I've never seen before, I'm guessing this is a series that never made it over into the West. Yeah, there you are. What is it? Kuwagata Hoga. Something like that. Simple style and heroic action. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know anything about these, but doesn't it look cool? And then there's also these, which they're part of those sort of like blind bag type things that you can get over there. And these ones I thought were quite interesting. I do have more on the way as well. They sell these in pairs, so 13 and 14, because, well, in one box you get like that figure there, you know, naked figure with no head and no armour on it, and then in the other box you get the head and the armour. How cool's that? I quite like that idea. I think that's pretty sweet. And put them together and you get that really cool wicked looking figure. And yeah, that's 10 for the pair as well, is that? So I think that's quite sweet. We don't do anything like that over here to my knowledge. Can you think of anything? If you can, let me know in the comments below. It's like getting I suppose it's like getting your Kinder Surprise, isn't it? Getting half a figure in one, then the other half in another. Yeah, interesting. And I can't go ordering from Japan, can I? Without ordering Godzilla stuff. And we've got a sweet little batch of Godzilla stuff as well. I quite like this. It's one of those prize figures, just like those anime ones I showed you earlier. 2 different variants there. You get the normal and the burning. Yes, this one is the burning. Now, this one had been out of the box, so I thought I'd get it out as well so that you can have a proper look at it. And look at him. Look at that face. He's so cute. How am I going to sell this one? I want to take him home with me. Yeah, it's one of those super deformed ones. I do quite like that. I think that's pretty sweet. Pop him down there. Right, okay. Soft vinyl figures. I'm going to start over here. Hedorah. I've ordered 2 from 2 different stores in Japan. And that's because they always sell. You can never get enough Hedorah or Swamp Monster. Not Swamp Monster. Smog Monster. Depending what you want to call him. And this is, I believe it's last year's. Oh no, the year before, 2022. As you can see, the tag's still there. 50th anniversary, I think, there of Hedorah. Yeah. Very cool. I won't show you the other one up close because they both look identical. And we've got the Anguirus here. This one is from the second ever Godzilla film, which was Godzilla Rides Again in 1955. This one's last year's model. And it's in a 2-tone colour scheme, you know, a monotone, black and white. Quite like that. Apart from the tongue, strangely enough, the inside of the mouth is still painted red, even though it's black and white. I like that. That's very nice. But my favourite out of these has to be this one, and it's another one I am tempted to take home and stick in my cabinet, but I can't keep everything, can I? This is this year's model, Space Godzilla, and it's all painted up with this rather fetching metallic paint. Apparently it's a retro version. Look at how silver those dorsal plates are on his back. Wow. Yeah, I really, really like that one. Really like that one. I even quite like the synthwave colours on the tag as well. Very, very nice. There's a Mothra set here. We get, I think that's Des Ghidorah there, or Death Ghidorah. In the bottom of the blister, we get Lava Mothra, and we get Adult Mothra as well. This one's by Yutaka. And I think he's from 92 or thereabouts. No, it can't be, can it? No, sorry, it's not 92. 92 was the Godzilla vs. Mothra movie. This was 90... Oh, there we are, 96. I was just about to say 98, so I would have still been wrong, wouldn't I? Cool. This is one I did order for myself because I have been collecting these, but once it's landed with me, I'm not quite so taken with it. I do like that metallic green and silver on his back there, but when you display him from the front, you don't see much of it. So I've decided that one's going to be going up for sale, but I am keeping this one as originally planned, which is Mechagodzilla, the 74 version. Translucent plastic with some pretty colours on there, like silver, pink, and that peachy orange. Very nice, very nice. But my favourite, and this one I did order for myself, so I'm sorry you're not having this at all. It's my first Maru-san figure. I don't actually have a Maru-san at home, and this one's a glow-in-the-dark with green and blue paint on it. I do like this one. Now it's going to be coming out on display, so I'm going to open it for you to have a better look at. So there he is out of the bag now, but let's have a look at the topper card first. Maru-san have been making Godzilla toys since the mid-60s, and there we can see on the card there Godzilla himself and Baragon. On the back of it we've got King Ghidorah and another Godzilla. That traditional Maru-san logo there, and I think that's Toho logo, because obviously they're the owners of Godzilla, Toho. And there he is out of the bag and looking very, very nice. You can see it's made out of that creamy glow-in-the-dark plastic with a nice spray of green and blue over it. Obviously silver and yellow there for detail on the teeth and eyes. And if we have a look underneath, we should see that logo under his feet. Let's have a look. Yep, there it is. That's how you know a Maru-san piece. And then obviously your other stuff there. Yeah, like him. Need to find somewhere for him in the cabinets at home, and he's a big boy, so I'm not sure where I'm gonna fit him. Here we've got a very interesting item that I feel is especially unique and worthy of this little video, just to share it with you. I don't have this item up for sale. This is something that I've had on display in the shop just to share with people. I don't really want to sell this one. It's one that I want to keep it for myself. I'm quite greedy sometimes, and this one's for me. Now, the best I can find about this is that it is Godzilla, obviously, from the Invasion of the Astro Monster. This is a Hiruma Modelcraft Godzilla ball, 2.5 inches in diameter, cast in clear resin. The story behind this was that Godzilla and Rodan were, well, abducted by aliens and taken to Planet X, and while they were captured, they were caught in these energy spheres that looked something vaguely like this. Taken to Planet X to fight against King Ghidorah, the Astro Monster himself. There's never been a model of them because it's always been something very difficult to recreate until this. But this particular one, I am told by the Godzilla collector that sold me his collection, that this was an unsuccessful prototype. That I very well can believe when we take a look at this, and if it's true, it certainly does make this incredibly unique and almost impossibly rare. So let's discuss it. The chap used to send presents in the form of reasonably expensive bottles of wine to producers and toy company directors and whatever in Japan. Now, the Japanese way of life, their entire culture, you cannot accept a gift without giving something back in return. And he would occasionally receive wonderful gifts. this is how I've ended up with pieces of Godzilla costume, screen used costume in my collection, and pieces of King Ghidorah's costume as well. Those from the producers of the films. However, this from one of the toy company or model company directors. It's an interesting piece. Now, he claims it's an unsuccessful prototype because of all the air bubbles that we can see in and around all here, which shouldn't exist in a finished piece. There's also the indentations, the little pock marks, like craters in the actual Godzilla suit as well. And then you've also got the fact that there's a bit of an indentation here. It's the legs almost collapsing in upon itself. And you may notice the little white, what look like stains. One on the leg there and some up here on the neck. Well, they shouldn't be there, and they become a whole lot more obvious when we look at it from the other side. There you go. It's not something that any toy company, any model company would want to put out there on the market. Certainly not one of the honourable Japanese companies. A lovely little model, and I'm glad that they managed to perfect it, even if only for a very limited time, because this did see a release, as you can see from this one that's currently listed for sale on eBay. Wow, look at that price. And that's for one that actually made it to the shops. And then there's another one that I managed to find at Hakes Auctions in the States, which it went for a price nowhere near as much as that, but still a substantial amount. So, do you think there's any truth to the story? This is an unsuccessful prototype. Do you think there's any truth to the story that this was received as a gift in return for a bottle of whiskey? I dare say received many other nice gifts as well, and I'd love to take a look at some of those, should this story actually be true. What do you think, guys? Please do let me know in the comments down below. And have you got one of these very rare pieces in your collection? I'm surprised I've not had any messages about this, because since I started doing an intro for my weekly videos, this has featured in every single one of them. So you may actually recognise this piece from that. I had expected lots of people getting in touch about this one because it is so rare. Maybe this hasn't been caught by those with the most eagle of eyes. Anyway, thanks for watching, take care, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye. So I got all them put away, and another couple of parcels turned up, and there's quite a few of the SH Figuarts Kamen Riders to show you, so we're going to have a look at those before we move on to some of the other stuff. Now, I am more than positive that the ones watching this show right now who know about this stuff know a lot more than what I do, so I'll tell you the names and you'll know what they are. I haven't got a clue, so we'll go with that then. So all SH Figuarts by Bandai. They are all official ones as well, no knockoffs here. We've got Kamen Rider Valkyrie, Justice Serval, apparently. I'm not sure about the AIM squad that it mentions at the top, but it mentions it. We've got Kamen Rider Mac Chaser, which I've learnt is not to be confused with Chaser Mac. Apparently there is that as well. We've got Kamen Rider Meteor, Kamen Rider Force or Force A, Magnet States, which that looks totally different to the others to me. It's like it's wearing a suit of armour. We've got another one there which is LX States. And we've got rocket states. You tell me if they're any good, because I ain't got a blooming clue. And then we've had some more of those prize figures. There's a Dragon Ball Z one here from the Matchmakers series, where you can put two of them together to make it look like they're fighting. This one's Son Goku. And then we've got some Demon Slayer ones as well. The Vibration Stars series, this one apparently is a special. And we've got Tanjiro Yamada? I forget now, which one is it? Kamada, that's it. Tanjiro Kamada. Got him out here in a much more relaxed pose, carrying his sister on his back in that wooden box. And speaking of her, this is why we keep her in a wooden box, ladies and gentlemen, because she's going to gobble you alive given the chance. This one's a larger figurine, and it's one of those by Sega. Awesome stuff. We've got a Gunpla, or is it a Harrowpla? Yeah, it's a Harrow model kit. See if I can get into it so we can have a quick look. There we are, look at that lovely neon translucent green there. Ooh. Awesome stuff. Nice, so that one's apparently for the 40th anniversary of Gunpla, though, no, not of Gundam, but of Gunpla. Okay, and we've got a Megazord. And is it Power Rangers or is it actually Super Sentai? Look at that. I can't tell you much else about it because apart from Pat Kaizen, everything else is in Japanese and I don't read Japanese. It's that one there. And of course you can buy add-ons for it because, you know, merchandising. Yeah, there's still one more really cool item to show you. And although I didn't actually order these from Japan, there's no way that you can have a Japanese themed episode of toys without talking about these guys. That's right, the OG morphing bots from Cybertron. We've got an Optimus Prime here. This one, I believe, is brought to us by Transform Elements. Obviously, they are a third-party version of the Masterpiece Transformers, and it's a very, very nice one. It is indeed a very, very nice one, and as you can see, you can actually get some quite good poses out of this. It's quite well articulated and, well, makes quite a welcome addition to anyone's Transformer collection, really. It gives you Optimus Prime as you saw him back in the day in the original cartoon. Comes with his gun. It does come with a load of other accessories as well, which, yeah, I forgot what they are, but I'm fairly sure you get his energy axe and I think some alternate heads for this with different faces. No, it's a nice piece. It really is a nice piece. Also by the same company, we have Mirage here. However, I think he goes by the name of Unreal Image. I suppose that's what Mirage is, isn't it? He comes complete in his box. All his bits, and it's a very, very nice figure. I've got to say, I quite like this one. It's very, very nice. Mirage is one of those Transformers that I was never really bothered about as a kid, but I have to say that this really does look outstanding. It's just the style of him. He's got a really, really nice aesthetic. I think that's the word I'm looking for. The aesthetic. He just looks cool. I haven't tried posing him, but I know that as he's made by the same company as that Optimus Prime, you're going to get some nice poses out of him anyway. And he just looks really stylish. he's a sweet boy. I like this one. I do. I really like this one. What do you think? He's not packed with accessories. He comes with his gun and he comes with his rocket that fits in his launcher, and I think that's pretty much it. But as you can see, he does have his box and whatever else as well, so that's quite cool. Then we've got another version of Optimus. This one is the Light of Freedom or something like that, by Magic Square. I actually have the oversized version of this that I got a few months ago. Very, very nice indeed. Now the Magic Square, even though it's not an official Transformer, it is often looked upon as everyone's favourite version of Optimus Prime in the masterpiece scale. Anyway, it's a really, really good posable figure. It's got really nice articulation, it's got lovely paintwork on it, and that very, very nice chrome. This is the second version that they did, which is in the colour scheme of the cartoon. The first version was more like the original toy, but it's a really nice figure is this one, and it's a must-have. It's one of those must-haves, definitely. And then we've also got, well, you can't have Optimus and no Megatron, can you? We've got a Megatron here. Now this is a knockoff of the Takara version of Megatron. There's a lot of panel lines on this one. I find it very kibbly, but it's still a very, very cool figure. And so yes, this Megatron is a really unusual for me. I love the figure. I think it looks absolutely great, but those panel lines really do let it down for me. As much as I do like it, I just can't take my eyes off those things. And turn him around and oh my god, look at the back of him. It's just bits city. Little bits here, little bits there. It's a mess. Really could have done with some kind of caps to cover it over. And it's such a shame that they never even thought of that, or they just didn't care when they were designing it at Takara. It's unusual because they're usually a lot better than that. And I understand after this why a lot of people end up turning to the third-party brands. Yeah, I know this is a knockoff, but the original was like this too. But it looks good from the front, doesn't it, guys? And he comes with shed loads of accessories. Look at that. Obviously the stock and the barrel, he's got his mace there, and tons of stuff in that little poly bag too. Very, very nice looking figures are these. Very nice. Now the thing with collectors from Japan is they're just like collectors from the rest of the world. They don't just collect things from their home country. So second-hand stores in Japan and collectors market in Japan, they have things that would normally be available here in the UK or in the States or everywhere else around the world, and they do sell things that are not exclusive to Japan. And there's some things here I've got which, yeah, they've come from all the way over there from the land of the rising sun, but they're actually from here or the States in the first place, and these next ones are amongst that. That's right, Batman, Legends of the Dark Knight by Kenner. These are 1990s toys, steel sealed on the card, and they were just a really good price, so I thought, you know what, why not get them? And you could tell they're a good price because they're being sold at a good price as well. £15 for this spline cape Batman. I remember when these were on the shelves in Woolworths, or pegs rather than shelves, but yeah, I remember these being available, and honestly, I never really liked this Batman myself. I didn't like most of the range, which you can see there. I thought the bike was awesome. The bike is absolutely amazing. The Scarecrow's not bad, and the Bane is okay, but the actual figures, the Batman, I'm never really a huge fan of them. But still, it's nice to see these 90s figures still on the card. So we've got that one. We've got Bat Attack Batman as well. You see what I mean? It's just, when was Batman wearing white and purple and green? So much for the Dark Knight. But I do quite like this Robin. Don't know why, because he's got these demonic wings. But yeah, I quite like that one. Good price though, aren't they? 15 quid each. And there was also a Lost in Space Robot B9 talking keychain. Now sadly, batteries are long since dead in this, and no, it doesn't talk anymore. But it looks cool. And I've actually priced it at what they're going for loose. So someone's in for a bargain with this. And last of what I've got to show you for now at least are these. Alien versus Predator. But yeah, they did come from Japan. And they're Microman, or Microman, as Jonathan Ross would say. We've got the Elder Predator there. Look at those shiny weapons that it comes with. Very, very vacuum metalized those, aren't they? We've got, I think this is the Wolf Predator. It might be a different one. Now, I'm not up on all the different Predators from AVP. But we've got another Predator there. Oh, we've got a Xenomorph. This one, is it there? It's not the grid one, is it? It's just, I think it's just a generic Xenomorph. Comes with an open and closed alien head, a chest burster, and a facehugger. Oh, my mind went blank then. Oh, it's age. It's getting to me, guys. It's getting to me. And last but not least, certainly not least, we've got an alien queen. I'm guessing that Predator and the eggs it comes with, though, they're not to scale, surely? It's about the size of her foot. And this last batch I've got to show you, although may not necessarily be from Japan, but they are all Japanese IPs. Yeah, this week has turned out to be a very heavily Japanese influenced episode, hasn't it? I'm going to rename Cosmic Toys to Nippon Toys, or Toys of the Rising Sun. That's right, it's Funko Pops, and we've got some Naruto Shippuden ones. This one's Kakashi, but there's also Orochimaru, Gaara, which I did already have one of those in stock, and a Sasuke Uchiha. It's not just those though, that's all of the Funko Pops, but we do have some of these Bandai Chibi Masters. They're a mixture of Naruto and Demon Slayer by the look of it. So we've got Sasuke Uchiha again, Mitsuru Kanroji, I'm sorry, I'm probably butchering these names. We've got Enmu, Azaka, Tengen, Obanai, Naruto Uzumaki. I've not seen this version of him all in yellow before, and Rengoku. They're pretty cute little things, are those, aren't they? And you know me. When I can, I always like to save the best till last. Well, this is it. And this is a really special piece. Yes, it's Destroyer from, I believe, the 1995 Godzilla vs. Destroyer. This is the kaiju that beat and killed Godzilla. This is a wonderful beast of a soft vinyl figure as well. It's exclusive to Wonderfest 2024 earlier this year. Was highly limited and is now extremely difficult to get hold of, and well, it's just stunning. It's in a lovely red and black marbled vinyl, and well, displays very, very nicely. did actually order this one with myself in mind, but I've got nowhere to put it. It's just so blooming big. It's not going to fit in my cabinet at home. I would have to have a shelf made especially for it, a case made for it. Worth it though, to be fair. It is a special piece. Well, that's everything for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to catch you again next time. What did you reckon to the fact that this week was a little bit focused on everything from the land of the rising sun? Really wasn't intentional, it's just the way it worked out. Some nice pieces though, weren't there? Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Take care, and I will see you again next time. Bye-bye.